I'm standing in the spot where Barbur Boulevard crosses over Interstate 5. But to get the best vantage point, to see how these two roads are related, both historically and geographically, you have to go up in the sky and back in time. Beginning here at Capitol Highway, I-5 and Barbur Boulevard are two of a kind. Both follow the same line through the Terwilliger curves, cover about 6 miles, and drop about 500 feet as they wind their way down to the Portland city center. Long before there was a Starbucks here on Capitol Highway, Barbur Boulevard was the fastest and busiest southern approach into the city. Its popularity unchallenged for decades until I-5 gave drivers a new option. Barbur Boulevard got its start right here in 1932 as an extension of 4th Avenue. A lot has changed here since then, but the ridgeline looks remarkably similar. Once it opened, Barbur Boulevard was the southern gateway to Portland for the next 30 years. During that time, Barbur was one of the widest and smoothest roads in Portland, and with traffic signals at regular intervals, one of the safest. In a way, its evolution was inevitable.
This was really the expansion of the car culture in America, and certainly in the Portland area. We were trying to build up the system at the same time to make sure that we were covering people's needs for the roads to be able to get around.
If you look closely, you can still see remnants of Barbur Boulevard's formative years, like these stairs that come down from Lowell Street and some of these houses that have been here for over 80 years. In 1950, Barbur Boulevard was home to the brand new Burlingame Fred Meyer. Today, it's the chain's longest continuously operating store. The trees out front have changed, but the original sign is exactly where it has been for the last 72 years. The rural farmland seen here near Barbur at Terwilliger in 1932 was gradually replaced with housing, as I-5 made it easier for people to work in the city and live in the suburbs. 20 years later, still more homes can be seen, but it would be another 10 years before I-5 surpassed Barbur in speed and efficiency. By 1964, I-5 was moving thousands of cars a day from Capitol Highway down the hill to Portland and about to cross the Willamette River via the Markham Bridge. Using the Ross Island Bridge for reference, the skyline of South Waterfront shows just how much the city has changed since then.
As we try to figure out what the transportation system is going to look like around here, we see a really much more diffused picture. We see a lot of different modes of transportation. There may not be as many people on the road. We hope there won't be as much carbon in the air.
As we've seen, comparing yesterday to today is fairly straightforward. As for what all this looks like in the future, well, that's anyone's guess. I'm Tony Martinez, Fox 12 Oregon.